Hey, this is Jimmy. Who's this?
Jimmy, this is Senator Chuck Schumer of New York. You asked for it.
Hi, what's on your mind, Senator?
I'll tell you what's on my mind, Mr. Man.
Jesus.
As much as I've been enjoying working with the new Speaker of the House, Congressman what's his weird name, I have to say I miss my friend Nancy Pelosi dearly.
She's still in Congress, actually.
I know, but I miss her leadership. It was so clear-eyed. And this was underscored by comments that she made recently on CNN. Jimmy, you know what I'm talking about? They made me want to stand up and cheer. And you know what? I did. I did stand up and cheered. I'm the Senate Majority Leader. I can do that if I want to.
I see. What did she say?
Jimmy, she said what everybody is thinking but is afraid to say. And she said it to Dana Bash, so she knew she could say it without any pushback or challenge whatsoever. She was talking about these protesters, these pro-Palestinian protest. Have you seen these? Who are these people? Where did they come from?
They come from the vast swaths of our population that wants a ceasefire in Gaza. I mean, at least a ceasefire.
Okay, how did such a vast swath become radicalized enough to join hate groups?
Pro-Palestinian groups are not hate groups.
Oh, my God, you sound just like one of them. Well, I don't buy it. I'm with Nancy here. I don't buy it. This whole thing seems fishy. And I want to know what's behind it.
What's behind it is the desire to stop an ongoing genocide.
You want to stop a genocide? Just call it something else. There, genocide over. Now you can stay inside and watch football on Sunday afternoon instead of doing Putin's bidding.
Putin's bidding.
That's what Nancy said on CNN. Bravely on CNN and beyond. This is Mr. Putin's agenda. And we strongly suspect that Russian forces are behind all this protest business somehow.
Here we go again. This is unbelievable. Did she provide any evidence of this claim?
None whatsoever. That's why it was so brave of her. Just to come on television like Miss Cleo and divine the mysteries of the universe like a wise medium. She said she wanted the FBI to investigate. Good enough for me.
This is so pathetic.
I agree. Confused young people turning to Russian secret agents and doing their bidding. That's such a common misstep for disaffected young people these days. Gravitating towards marijuana and Russian spy stuff. I've seen it a million times.
Oh, have you?
Yes. And then Nancy put forth a good question. Who's funding all this? And how? How are Russians, see, I just answered the question. See how I did that? The Russians funneling the money to them. That's what we want to know.
What are you even talking about?
Jimmy, these protests, they're massive. Someone's paying for this. Who?
Paying for what? I don't understand.
They all have these elaborate signs that they've made. And they're not cardboard. They're the good poster board. Like for the highest poster board slot in the Target aisle. The furthest one in. Not cheap. And colorful. All these messages written out. Multicolored. So they also bought an entire full-color set of markers? Okay, John D. Rockefeller. It just doesn't add up.
So let me get this straight. Democrats lose an election. Russia is behind it. Democrats lose support from the left. Russia's behind it. So Russia is not so much America's enemy, but the enemy of the Democratic Party specifically.
Basically. I mean, who else would benefit from a ceasefire in Gaza? Obviously, just
Russia. That's absurd for a million reasons, but especially since the war in Israel has distracted the West from the war in Ukraine to Russia's advantage.
Okay, Mr. Conspiracy Theories. Maybe put down the conspiracy theory bottle for a bit. Jimmy, seriously. Enough of that. juice, I guess. Anyway, some of these protesting apparatchiks waylaid Nancy at her house and started chanting whatever Putin himself wrote for them. And she, oh my God, Queen, yelled back, "Why don't you go back to China where your headquarters is?"
She did.
She did.
Amazing. I wanted to fan her with palm fronds.
Oh, so now it's China.
If Nancy says so. The balls on that woman. We stand a legend. You're a congressperson from the Bay Area, and you get away with yelling, "Go back to China" with contempt at a constituent? Amazing.
Do you ever worry about you might be out of touch, Chuck?
Jimmy, we're the Democrats. We're the people's party by definition. So whatever makes Democratic leaders wealthy is what the people want. Nothing would make sense otherwise. And if you don't like it, Jimmy, maybe you can go back to China where your headquarters is.
My headquarters, my headquarters is here in California, actually.
Oh, yeah? And who's funding you? Russia, China? That is one sort of vague place in our minds?
No, people fund me, Chuck. YouTube views, ticket sales, my fans and followers.
That just doesn't add up. Something's fishy. Maybe we'll investigate you and your ties to Russia. Maybe you're a Russian stool pigeon yourself.
I assure you I'm not.
See, that's exactly what someone on the Russian payroll would say.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put together a task force.
Okay, you do that, Senator. In the meantime, I have to go and talk to some of these leftist radicals and other scary non-Democrats.
Okay, comrade. Do svidaniya. Don't accidentally choke on your borscht or something.
I believe in having a substantial percentage of my financial future secured with gold and silver. This is actually real. This is true. I'm putting about 25% of my retirement. I never even thought about this stuff before. Yeah. That's why I decided to partner with our sponsor, Colonial Metals Group. They helped me set up a safe and secure self-directed IRA. You know what that is, Jackie? Self-directed IRA, where I have access to my assets no matter what the stock market, and for that matter, whatever the government is doing as well. Let the team of experts at Colonial Metals Group help you protect your family's future. We've put together a special offer for our audience. Click on the link in the description below or call our special 800 number and you'll receive a safe and up to 10 grand in free silver. Go to colonialmetals.com/Jimmy-Dore-Show or call 888-910-1419. Hey, come see us do a live stand-up show. We're going to be in Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Michigan, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Philadelphia, Avenel, New Jersey, Boston, Palm Springs, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.